8 persons, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, are sitting around a circular table and they are all of different ages. People whose age is an even number is facing inside the circle and other facing outside the circle of the table. Each of them likes different food and plays a different game. All the given information is not necessarily in the same order. So look at the attributes. We have got 8 persons who have to be arranged around a circular table. Some of them are facing inwards, others are facing outwards. How do we decide that? People whose age is even number are facing inside. So obviously those whose age is odd number are facing outside, right? So even should be facing inside, odd has to be facing outside. Okay. Now again, the other 2 attributes that we have are each of them likes a different food and plays a different game. So when you read through, you'll find different, games mentioned here, wrestling and, again, different foods or different cuisines like Mexican, Chinese. Then we have hockey here, right? We have got Punjabi here. We have got kabaddi here, cricket here, and so on. So multiple attributes basically: food or cuisine, game or sport that they play. Age is either an even number or an odd number. If it is an even number, the person is facing inside. If it is an odd number, the person is facing outside. And overall, 8 persons to be arranged. And the clues are also not very straightforward. If you see, the oldest person in this group likes Chinese food and plays polo game. The one who likes Mexico food also plays wrestling and sits to the second of E. Right? Now the one point here is, he says this guy who likes Mexican food plays wrestling and sits second of E. Now is it second to the left of E or right of E is again not given. So that's added complexity. The one whose age is 17 years old sits second to the left of G. 2 persons sit between G and H and so on. So I think let's give it a shot. Okay, so here there's some space, try it out. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now the start is very, very important. Which point do you want to start with? I think if you see the first clue given to us that the oldest person likes Chinese food and plays polo game is not very useful. The one who likes Mexican food plays wrestling and sits second of E again will not be enough. The one whose age is 17 years old sits second to the left of G. Now see, left of G, there are only 2 possibilities. Either left of G is clockwise or anti-clockwise, right? If the person is facing center, left is clockwise. If the person is facing outwards, left is anti-clockwise. So maybe we can start with this, that the one whose age is 17 years old sits second to the left of G. 2 persons sit between G and H. The one who sits immediate right of H is 41 years old. One of the immediate neighbors of H is facing inside. The one who likes Italian food faces the one who likes Indian food. Okay, so Italian and Indian should be opposite. The youngest person in the group likes Taiwan food, who sits second to the left of the one who plays hockey. A sits second to the right of H. The one who likes Punjabi food sits third to the right of G, who sits immediate right of the one who likes Gujarati food, who faces outside. Okay, the one who plays football sits to the second left of D, who sits to the immediate. The language also is not very, it's not proper here. The one who plays football sits to the second left of D, who sits to the immediate left of the one who plays tennis. Okay. 3 persons between 33 and 19. H is neither 33 or 19. B is an immediate neighbor of H, but not an immediate neighbor of A. I'm just finding out if there is anything which is very, very specific and given to us. C is 22 years old. So C will be facing center because C is 22 years old, right? We know that even persons whose age is an even number will face inside the circle. Others will face outside the circle. So C will face center. C is 22 years old. The one who sits second to the left of A is 25 years old. The one whose age is 33 plays baseball and likes French food. Okay. So see, these are good clues. Like the one whose age is 33, we know this person will be facing outwards. He plays baseball and he likes French food. But nothing else in the data so far has been connected to either baseball or French food or 33. You getting it? I mean, of course, one point given to us is 3 persons sit between 33 and 90. So maybe we can use that. But that will also give us two possibilities. G is 7 years younger. The one observation is there's a lot of mention of G here. If you see, G has been used maybe like 4 or 5 times, right? Left of G, G and H, right? Then H here, okay? G here, okay? H here again. Then we have G here, H here. So I think we should start with this because a lot of connections can get built up if you use G and H. Now, different ways of starting it. Maybe we can assume G is either facing center or outwards. Accordingly mark the 17-year-old person. Then accordingly mark H and just proceed. Yeah. Two possibilities. G will either be facing center or outwards. So let's take both of them. I'll just do one thing. Let me redraw the circles. Yeah. That is case number 1. And here is case number 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, let me assume that G is here. You know that the first person can be placed anywhere on the circle because it's a circular arrangement. There is no starting point, right? There's no starting point or no ending point as such. I can assume G is either facing center or G is facing outwards, right? Let me go with that because we do not know anything about G, but we know that G has been used a lot of times in the given data here. So G is either facing center or outwards. Now based on that, let's connect. Like the first point that I would like to use is this. The one whose age is 17 years old, the one whose age is 17 years sits second to the left of G, Now person is facing center, left will be clockwise. First and second, this will be 17 years old. This guy will be 17 years old. And since he's 17 years old, he should be facing outwards. Why? 17 is an odd number and odd guys face outside. Even guys face inside. Just keep that in mind because that's going to be a very, very important rule all through, right? Even age face inside, odd age face outside. Just keep that in mind. So this is odd age face outside. Now in this case, G is facing outwards. So the one whose age is 17 years old, second to the left of G. First and second, this will be 17. Again the same rule, since it is 17, facing outwards. So that clue is done. Now, what else do we know? Two persons sit between G and H. Okay. The one who sits immediate right of H is 41 years of old. Okay. And one of the immediate neighbors of H is facing inside. Okay. So I think 3 connecting statements. If you see, 2 persons sit between G and H. The one who sits immediate right of H is 41 years of old. And one of the immediate neighbors of H is facing inside. Now this will help us fix the position of H. I'll tell you how. For example, if G is here, we know that there are 2 persons between G and H. So either H can come in this position, 2 persons between G and H, or 1 into H can come in this position. So these are the 2 possible positions for H. In this case also, H can come here or here. Yes or no? How do we know that? 2 persons sit between G and H. So 1 to H or 1 to H. Here also 1 to H or 1 into H. Okay, now remember, what do we know? The one who sits immediate right of H is 41 years old. So obviously one of the neighbors of H is 41 years. Yes or no? The one who sits immediate right of H is 41 years old. So if H is here, this neighbor is 17. So obviously the other neighbor has to be 41. This has to be 41. For example, if you assume H is here, if H is here in this position, then this neighbor is 17, the other neighbor will be 41. Yes? Now, this is 17, this neighbor is 41. Both are odd numbers, both will be facing outwards. The next statement tells us that one of the immediate neighbors of H is facing inside. Here, if you take H in this position, then this has to be 41 because an immediate neighbor of H is 41. Now, the neighbors of H will become 17 and 41. Both of them will be facing outwards, which is not allowed. One of the immediate neighbors of H is facing inside, which means H cannot come here. H has to come here. Similarly, in this case, if you take H in this position, already one neighbor is 17, the other neighbor is 41. Both of them will be facing outwards. We know that one neighbor of H has to face inwards. So H cannot come here. H has to come here. Again, the challenge would be Now, which neighbor of H is facing 41? Is it this neighbor 41 or this neighbor 41? Both are possible. But what have we done so far? We have used three statements. The one whose age is 17 is second to the left of G. Two persons sit between G and H. This has been fixed. The one who sits on the immediate right of H is 41 years old. This part has not been used here. Immediate right of H. Immediate right of H should be 41. So there are two possibilities. Either this can be 41 or this can be 41. What is the right of H? We have to decide. Yeah? Okay, let's proceed. See if something else is available. The one who likes Italian food faces the one who likes Indian food. Not useful immediately. Youngest person in the group likes Taiwan food. Who sits second to the left of the one who plays hockey? A sits second to the right of... Okay. A sits second to the right of H. A sits second to the right of H. Oh, okay. The one who likes Punjabi food sits to the third right of G. Okay, this also can be used, right? The one who likes Punjabi food sits to the third right of G. Who sits immediate right of the one who likes Gujarati food, who faces outside. Okay, so this statement can be used. Everything can be used here. I'll tell you how. First of all, the one who likes Punjabi food sits to the third right of G. Third right of G. Third right of G is Punjabi. So G is here. First, second, third, Punjabi. So H is the one who likes Punjabi food. Right? In this case, right of G, first, second, third. H again likes Punjabi food. That is done. So H likes Punjabi food, we know. Right? The one who likes Punjabi foods sits third to the right of G. Now, who here refers to G? So basically G sits immediate right of the one who likes Gujarati food, who faces outside. So the Gujarati food wala person is facing outside, and immediate right of that person should be G. See, when a person is facing outside, immediate right would be clockwise. Yes or no? When a person is facing outside, his immediate, for a person facing outside, right is clockwise. And we know that G is on the immediate right of that person. So what does it mean? Gujarati food has to be come here. And immediate right of this Gujarati food is G. Because G is already fixed for us. So based on that, we can fix Gujarati food. Gujarati food cannot come here, because Gujarati food, if it comes here, we know that the Gujarati guy is facing outside. And for that outside facing person, right would be this direction. And this is not G. You're getting my point? Whoever likes Gujarati food is facing outside. So Gujarati food facing outside, immediate right of that person is G. G is not immediate right of that person. Similarly, in this case, the Gujarati food fellow should be facing outside. And immediate right of that person should be G. So same argument again. What happens? Gujarati food should come here. The one who likes Gujarati food should come here. Immediate right of that person is G. You see? Immediate right is G. For a person facing outwards, right is always clockwise. Immediate right is G. So Gujarati food and Punjabi food have also been fixed here. You able to follow? So this point is done. The one who likes Punjabi food switches to the immediate right of G, who sits immediate right of the person who likes Gujarati food, who faces outside. Now, next, the one who plays football sits second to the left of D, who sits on the immediate left of the one who plays tennis. Three persons sit between the one whose age is 33 years old and the one whose age is 19 years. H is neither 33 nor 19. B is an immediate neighbor of H. Okay, B is an immediate neighbor of H, but not an immediate neighbor of A. Okay, B is an immediate neighbor of H. This point is given to us. B is an immediate neighbor of H. So B either comes here or here. B is an immediate neighbor of H. And also we know that 41 is an immediate neighbor of H. Remember earlier, the one who sits on the immediate right of H is 41 years old. So if B is 41 years old, B could be 41 years old. One neighbor is B and one neighbor is 41, it says. Let's say C is 22 years old. The one who sits second to the left of A is 25 years old. The one whose age is 33 years old plays baseball and likes French food. The one who plays cricket is not an immediate neighbor of the one who plays baseball. G is 7 years younger than H. Okay. G is 7 years younger than H. G is 7 years younger than H. Okay. Neither C nor B is an immediate neighbor of D. E is 3 years younger than B, but not the youngest person in the group. Two persons sit between the one who is youngest and A. One person in this group plays kabaddi. B's age is an even number. So B is not 41. That's for sure. B's age is an even number. You see? We know that one of the neighbors of H is B and one neighbor is 41 years. In fact, the immediate right person of H is 41 years. And since B's age is an even number, B and 41 are different now. So we can say that one person is B, the other person is 41 for H. But how do we decide what is the right of H? Because H's direction is not known to us yet. You see, H's direction is not known. We know that the one who sits on the immediate right of H is 41. How do we find that? I think the clue that can be used in finding that out is this. G is 7 years younger than H. This is a very, very useful clue. G is 7 years younger than H. Now you might be wondering, how is this useful? Because neither G's age nor H's age is known to us. So how can we use that clue immediately? I'll tell you how. The point is, if G is 7 years younger than H, we can conclude that these two persons will be facing opposite directions. I'll tell you how. For example, assume H is 25. H is 25, which means what will be the G's age? 25 minus 7, 18. For example, assume H is 30. What will be G's age? G will be 30 minus 7, 23. Why is it minus 7? Because G is 7 years younger than H. You see, G is 7 years younger than H. So if H is 25, G should be 18. If H is 30, G should be 23. Now what do you observe? If H is odd, G is even. If H is even, 30 is even, then G is odd. And you know that the whole direction sense here is based on even and odd. Persons whose age is an even number face inside the circle. Those whose age is odd number face outside the circle. So what does it tell you? Now, in this case, so clearly we know that G and H will be facing opposite directions. This implies that G and H face opposite directions. What does it mean, opposite directions? If G is facing center, H should be facing outwards. If G is facing outwards, H should be facing center. Because whatever be their ages, these were just examples. I do not know if H is 25 years or 30 years. I have no idea. But what I know is, if H is an odd number, G will be an even number. If H is an even number, G will be an odd number. Which means they are facing opposite directions. So G is facing center, H is facing outwards. G is facing outwards, H is facing center. That solves a good number of clues here now. Now what will be done? We know that the one who sits on the immediate right of H is 41 years old. Immediate right of H is 41. Now fix it. Immediate right, H is facing outwards. Immediate right is anti-clockwise. This should be 41 years. And since this is 41 years, this is facing outwards. And we know that B's age is an even number. So can this be B? No. B has to come here. And since B's age is an even number, B should be facing center. You getting it? Likewise, in case number 2, the immediate right of H, the one who sits on the immediate right of H is 41 years old. Now H is facing center. Immediate right will be anti-clockwise. So this should be 41 years. And since this is 41 years, the person should be facing outwards because it's an odd number. Odd numbers face outside. And B's age is an even number. B cannot come here. B has to come here. And since B's age is an even number, B should be facing center. Yes or no? Yes. Now let me clear all this so that I can do other markings there if required. So what have we fixed now? We have fixed 41 years and B with this logic, the logic that I've used just now. And we have also fixed the direction of H. Very, very important. All right. Now move on. Now that we have got 41, neither C nor B is an immediate neighbor of D. Okay. B is an immediate neighbor of H, but not an immediate neighbor of A. But not an immediate neighbor of A. Means what? A cannot be an immediate neighbor of B. So A cannot come here. A cannot come here. Remember, A cannot come here. Yes or no? A is not an immediate neighbor of B. A cannot come there. The one who sits second to the left of A is 25 years old. The one who sits second to the left of A is 25 years old. Do we know anything about A's age? A sits second to the right of... Okay, this also can be fixed now. Sorry. Now that H's direction is fixed. See, we have just now fixed H's direction, right? H's direction is fixed. So A sits second to the right of H. A sits second to the right of H. Second to the right of H. H is facing outwards. Right will be clockwise. First and second. A comes here. H is facing center. Right will be anti-clockwise. First and second. A comes here. A sits second to the right of H. Right? Done. So we don't have to worry about A being neighbor of B and all that, right? A is not a neighbor of B. Oh, case number 1 becomes wrong because we know that A cannot come here. Done. One case is eliminated already. Case number 1 goes wrong because second to the right of H, first and second, comes out this. But we know that A and B cannot be neighbors. So case 1 is wrong. So let's focus on case number 2 now. Okay. Case number 2 now and proceed. Lot of clues are still pending. We have to use all those. Okay. Now this clue, let's try. The one who sits second to the left of A is 25 years old. Now what is left of A we do not know, but left of A, second to the left of A should be 25 years old. Okay. Now the one who sits second to the left of A. Suppose A is facing center. Suppose A is facing center. Left of A will be clockwise, first and second, which means H should be 25 years old. But can H be 25 years old? No. Why? Because if H is 25 years old, H should be facing outwards. Here H is facing inwards. So which means H cannot be 25 years old. Which means A will not be facing center. A will be facing outwards. Yes or no? If A is facing center, we know that, where is that point? The one who sits second to the left of A is 25 years old. So this should be 25. H should be 25, but H cannot be 25 since H is facing inwards. So A has to be facing outwards. Now do the same thing. Second to the left of A is 25. Left of A is anti-clockwise, first and second, 25. Yes, and this is correct because if it is 25, then the person should be facing outwards. It satisfies, right? So that part is done. The one who likes Gujarati food is 25 years old. Now if you observe, the one whose age is 33 years old plays baseball and likes French food. This can be used. This can be used. The one whose age is 33 years plays baseball and likes French food. So 33, baseball and French, all three will come in the same position because the one whose age is 33 years old plays baseball and likes French food. So where can it come? It may come for G because G is facing outwards. G can be 33. It may come for A also because A is facing outwards. So 33 can come here, 33 can come here. Can 33 come here? No. Can 33 come here? No, because if 33 comes here, then this should be French. So 33 cannot come here because this is 41. 33 cannot come here because this is Punjabi food. It should be French food. 33 cannot come here also because 33 will be outward. 33 French baseball can come here. 33 cannot come here. 33 cannot come here. So there are four possibilities for 33 actually. Sorry, 3 possibilities for 33. 33 can be this 33 French baseball, or it can be G 33 French baseball, or it can be A 33 French baseball. Doesn't really help. Okay, let's find something else. I'm sure there will be other useful clues. Let me just read the starting point again. The oldest person in this group likes Chinese food and plays polo game. The one who likes Mexico food also plays wrestling. Second to the left of E. Second to E. No idea. The one who likes Italian food faces the one who likes Indian food. Italian and Indian should be opposite. Many possibilities are there. The youngest person in this group likes Taiwan food and sits second to the left of the one who plays hockey. No. The one who plays football sits second to the left of D, who sits to the immediate left of the one who plays tennis. 3 persons sit between the one whose age is 33 years old and the one whose age is 19 years old. 3 persons between 33 and 19. Maybe try this. 3 persons sit between 33 and 19. What does it mean? 33 and 19 should be opposite to each other. Yes or no? 3 persons sit between the one whose age is 33 years old and the one whose age is 19 years. So for example, this is 33. 1, 2, 3. This should be 19. Either ways, yeah. So 33 and 19 should be opposite to each other. So they cannot take these two opposite positions. They cannot take these two opposite positions. Either B and G will be 33 and 19, or A and this person will be 33 and 19. Yes or no? And remember 33. Acha. B and G cannot be 33 and 19. Yes. B and G cannot be 33 and 19. Why? Because B is facing center. If B is facing center, B has to be an even number. So B and G cannot be 33 and 19. Right? Opposite. H and G, H and 25 also cannot be 33 and 19. Opposite. Similarly, 41, 30, 17 also 33 and 19. So 33 and 19 are A and this person. Yes or no? 33/19, 19/33. That is for sure. If this is 33, then that would be 19. If this is 19, then that would be 33. Right? But the one whose age is 33 years old plays baseball and likes French food. Yeah, still possible. H is neither 33 nor 19. This is done. This we already know. H is neither 33 nor 19 is known to us because we know 33 and 19 will come here. C is 22 years old. Okay, if C is 22 years old, where would C come? Hold on, there's a challenge here. Where would C come? He says C is 22 years old. C is 22 years old. G, A, C cannot come here. H, B, C cannot come here. 17, Gujarati, 25. Hey, where will C come? Something is wrong. C is 22 years old. What are the different ages we have got here? We have got 17. Let me just make a note of all the ages. One second. Clearing this up. Just hold on. What are the different ages we have? We have 17. We have 41. Yeah, 17, 41, 33, 19. Somewhere it was given 25. No, where is that? Left of A is 25 years. The one who sits second to the left of A is 25 years. Yes, we have 25. Then now he says C is 22. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Any other number given there? 41, 17, 33, 19, 25, 22. Okay, looks like something is wrong here. Case 2 is also coming out to be wrong for me because C cannot come here. The statement given here is C is 22 years old. If C is 22 years old, C cannot take any of these positions. This is G, this is A, this cannot be C, this cannot be C, this cannot be C, this cannot be C. Yeah. Did I go wrong in case 1 somewhere? How did we eliminate case 1? On what basis? Okay, hold on. Looks like case 2 actually is wrong and case 1 seems to be true if I look at the chat. Where did we go wrong in case 1? The one who sits on the immediate right of H is 41 years old. Uh-oh. Right should be this and B should be 41. I mean, but then this person cannot be facing center. Okay, somewhere in case 1 only I have gone wrong. Just a second. Let me reverse case number 1. I'm sorry about this confusion. I have to just redo this whole thing, I guess. What did we do? I think I started with G and based on that I had put 17 here, so that should be okay. Then how did I connect? Yeah, then H, Punjabi must have come here. Yeah, I eliminated this case based on A. I said A cannot be coming in this position. That I remember, but where did we go wrong? Okay, hold. I think I'll just clear this off. Just a second. Yeah, so from all the drama that I've done so far, case 2 anyway has come out to be wrong because C is not getting accommodated here. I'm going back to case 1. Remember, we started case 1 with G. We marked 17 years old, second to the left of G like this. And we knew that G and H will have 2 persons between them. H cannot come here because the other neighbor of H is 41 years old, right? Then how did I find out H is facing outwards? Because of Punjabi food. Where is that? The one who likes Punjabi food, second, third to the right is third to the right of G. First, second, third. Yeah. Who sits immediate right of the one who likes Gujarati food facing outside? Yeah, Gujarati facing outside should come here. Yeah, so I think this much is correct in case number 1. Now comes the problem. The one who sits immediate right of H is 41 years old. Immediate right of H should have been this position. I'm sorry. I made a mistake earlier. I took right of H as this one. And that's a big learning, not just for me, but for all of you. And like I've always mentioned, if you go wrong even in one of the places, the entire solution goes wrong. So you have to be very careful while taking right and left. Immediate right of H is 41. So right comes here and 41 comes here. And since it is 41, it will be facing outwards. Now we knew that B is an immediate neighbor of H somewhere. Yeah, B is an immediate neighbor of H and B is an even number. So B comes here. And since B is an even number, B should be facing center. Yeah. Now, after that, I think I connected with A. A sits second to the right of H. A sits second to the right of H. Second to the right of H. So this is H, second to the right, first and second. This should be A. Fine. A can come here. A should not be a neighbor of B. A cannot come here, but A can come here. Fine. Yeah. Now I have to proceed. The one who sits second to the left of A is 25 years old. The one who sits second to the left of A is 25 years old. So what happens? Second to the left of A. A is facing outwards. Second to the left of A. When a person is facing outwards, left will be anti-clockwise. So first and second, H should be 25 years old. H has to be 25 years old and satisfies that H is facing outwards. Yeah. Then what did I do? What else did I use? I think I used this point next. That 3 persons sit between 33 and 19. So which means 33 and 19 should be opposite to each other. So if 3 persons sit between 33 and 19, 33 and 19 have to be opposite to each other. It cannot be BG, because if it is 33 and 19, both of them will be facing outwards. Here B is facing inwards. It cannot be 17, 41, of course. It cannot be H and whatever that person. So 33, 19 should go for A and this pair. Yeah, can I do that now? Yes, I think I can do that. So A will be 33 or 19. Accordingly, the other person will be 19 or 33. But this person will be facing outwards. Both the person will be facing outwards. Right? Yeah. So far, good. I think case number 1 only is correct. Sorry about the confusion we had earlier. And we know that the one whose age is 33 years plays baseball and likes French food. Now, A cannot be 33 years because A likes Gujarati food. A has to be 19 years. And this person has to be 33 years. Because the guy who is 33 years old likes baseball and French food. This is Gujarati food. So I can correct it now. I mean, correct it as in I can put it properly now. Yeah. A has to be 19. Remember, A has to be 19 and the other person will be 33. I think it should be done now. So A is 19 years. This person is 33 years. Baseball and likes French food. Okay. French food. Done. Then the point where I realized that case 2 got wrong was C with respect to C. What was that? C is 22 years old. C is 22 years old. So where would C come? If C is 22 years old, C is 22 years old. The only position for C is this. Because this is G. C can come here. C cannot come here because this is 17. This is 33. This is B. 25, 41, A. So C has to come here. And C is 22 years old. And since C is 22 years old, C should be facing inwards. Yeah. So that point is also done. Neither C nor B is an immediate neighbor of D. Is that satisfied? Neither C nor B is an immediate neighbor of D. So D cannot be a neighbor of C or B. So D cannot come here. D cannot come here. D cannot come here. And D cannot come here. So where will D come? D, neither C nor B is an immediate neighbor of D. D does not take these two positions. D does not take these two positions. This is A. So D has to be the one who's 41 years old. Yeah. D goes there. So D is also fixed with respect to that. E is 3 years younger than B, but not the youngest person in the group. Two persons sit between the one who is youngest and A. Two persons sit between youngest and A. Yeah, so I think youngest person has to be 17 years old. See, I'll tell you what. It says two persons sit between the one who is youngest and A. Since A is here, the youngest person can either be B, right? Youngest person can either be B, or the youngest person can be the one who is 17 years old, right? So this can be youngest or this can be youngest, right? Now, B cannot be the youngest person. I'll tell you, B cannot be the youngest person because we know that E is 3 years younger than B. If B itself is taken as youngest person, how can somebody else be 3 years younger than B? So B is not the youngest person. You're able to follow? There is somebody else who is younger than B. So B cannot be youngest. Which means the one who is 17 years old is youngest. And something is given with respect to youngest person. The youngest person, the one who likes Italian food sits second to the right of the youngest person in this group. The first clue. Italian is second to the right of youngest person. See, 17 years old is the youngest person. Now, when a person is facing outwards, right will be clockwise. And that person should be liking Italian food. So, B is the one who likes Italian food. Right? The oldest person in this group likes Chinese food and plays polo game. Chinese and polo should be together and should come for the oldest person. See, so far, I think the oldest person here looks like D. Because 41 is the biggest number that we have, right? But G can be more than 41. That is possible. Yeah. So let's not play with that immediately. By the way, have all the persons been marked here? We have got A, B, C, D, G and H. E and F are left out, right? E and F are left out. We've got A, B, C, D, G and H. E and F. So where would E and F come? E and F will take these two positions, right? The youngest person and the baseball person. Now what do we know? The one who likes Mexico food also plays wrestling, sits second of E. E can be anyone, yeah? Yeah, the one who likes Mexican food plays wrestling and he sits second of E. Second of left of E or right of E, we do not know. But if E comes here, second of E can be taken this one. If E comes here, second of E can be taken this one. And Mexico and wrestling can go for that person. I mean, now you can ask me, why am I taking left of E? Why can't I take right of E? Because nothing is given. Either ways it can be taken. So let's find something else. The one who likes Italian food faces the one who likes Indian food. Okay, this is straight information. The one who likes Italian food faces the one who likes Indian food. So Italian is here, this should be Indian. G likes Indian food. The youngest person in this group likes, the youngest person in this group likes Taiwan food. So this is the youngest person likes Taiwan food. Taiwan food. Who sits to the second left of the one who plays hockey. The youngest person in this group likes Taiwan food. Who sits to the second left of the one who plays hockey. So Taiwan should be second to hockey. First, second hockey can come here, or first, second hockey can come here. Okay, hold on. Taiwan food who sits to the second left of the one who plays hockey. Yeah, hockey should come for this person, because if you take hockey for, let's say, B, left would be clockwise. It will come this side. So hockey should come here. Why is it so? Because second left of hockey, first and second, is the youngest person who likes Taiwan food. Now where would E come? You see, we know that E will take either this position or this position, right? What do we know about E? The one who likes Mexican food plays wrestling and is second of E. So if E is here, Mexican wrestling second of E, first and second, not possible. First and second not possible. If E is here, yeah, I think this cannot be E, because if E is here, second of E should be Mexican wrestling. Yes or no? The one who likes Mexican food plays wrestling and is second of E. So if you take E in this position, second of E, second, let's say this side, anti-clockwise, second of E. Is this Mexican wrestling? No. Clockwise. Is this Mexican wrestling? No. This is Italian, so it cannot be Mexican wrestling, which means E cannot come here. If E cannot come here, this should be F. And then this should be E. The moment you fix this as E, where will Mexican wrestling come? Second of E. Now, anti-clockwise, second of E can be Mexican wrestling, yes. C can be the one who likes Mexican and plays wrestling. Clockwise, it cannot be Mexican wrestling because this person likes Punjabi. So this is Mexican and wrestling. Yes or no? Done. So with respect to persons, the arrangement is done. G, C, F, E, B, H, D, A. Persons are done. Sports, cuisine and ages are to be done. Let's find out. The one who plays football sits to the second left of D. The one who plays football. All these are direct statements now. Football is second left of D. Here is D. D is here. Second left of D. D is facing outwards. Left should be anti-clockwise. This should be football. Right? Who sits immediate left of the one who plays tennis? Who here refers to D? D sits on the immediate left of the one who plays tennis. D sits to the immediate left of the one who plays tennis. Immediate left of the one who plays tennis. So A should be playing tennis, because immediate left of A is D. Yeah. Done. The one who plays cricket is not an immediate neighbor of the one who plays baseball. Cricket is not a neighbor of baseball. So cricket cannot come here or here. Where should cricket come? This is wrestling, this is hockey, this is tennis. Cricket can come for this person or this person. E is 3 years younger than B. E is 3 years younger than B, but not the youngest in the group. This anyway we know. One person in this group plays kabaddi. Yeah, so I think find out now what are the persons have all been marked with respect to food. What all is done? So they are not given in a cluster. Yeah, the oldest person in this group likes Chinese food and plays polo. The oldest person in this group likes Chinese food and plays polo. I think the oldest person has to be D only. I'll tell you why. See, if you read this statement, it says E is 3 years younger than B. If E is 33, B should be 36. If E is 33, B should be 36. Now look at this, all the ages are done. B, E, 36, 33, 17, 22. G's age is not done. This is 19, this is 41, this is 25. Now can G be the oldest person? No, G cannot be the oldest person. I'll tell you why. G has to be less than 41. Because the oldest person in this group, read this statement now. The oldest person in this group likes Chinese food and plays polo. G likes Indian and plays hockey. So G is not the oldest. I can conclude that D is the oldest, and that's the reason D likes Chinese and plays polo. The oldest person in this group likes Chinese food and plays polo. Right? Yeah. So G's age should be less than 41. It should be less than 41. So ages are all done except G. You got 36 also. See, 7 numbers have been obtained. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, except G. With respect to sports, we have got hockey, wrestling, baseball, football, polo and tennis. I think 2 sports are left out. One is cricket. And we know that cricket is not the immediate neighbor of the one who plays baseball. Cricket is not an immediate neighbor of the one who plays baseball. Since this guy plays baseball, cricket cannot come for F. So cricket has to come for H. H, who likes Punjabi food, plays cricket. Yes or no? I know this looks really clumsy and cluttered, but I hope you're able to figure out the sets there, right? Now, only one sport is left out. We have got 7 sports here. Wrestling, hockey, tennis, polo, cricket, football, baseball. What is the other sport? somewhere kabaddi. One person in this group plays kabaddi, he says, right? So who plays kabaddi? The Taiwanese guy plays kabaddi. This guy plays kabaddi. Okay, so sports are done, ages are done, persons are done. Look at the food now. Indian food, Mexican food, Taiwanese food, French food, Italian food, Punjabi food, Chinese food, Gujarati food. I think food is also done. So this completes the arrangement. This completes the arrangement here. Yes? But can we find out G's age? Is it possible to find out G's age? G's age is left out. Oh, G is 7 years younger than H. Oh, remember we had used that statement actually. Find out directions. G is 7 years younger than H. I'm sorry. This will give us G's age. G is 7 years younger than H. H is what? 25. So G should be 18. Yeah. Done. This completes this complex circular arrangement. I will quickly do some. Yeah, I'll make out the sets here. Just hold on, so that all of you can follow. Yeah, one simple mistake led to so much of confusion. I took the wrong side of H. But yeah, let me make all the pairs so that you can follow. I mean all the sets. This is set number 1. G Indian hockey 18, A Gujarati 19 tennis, D Chinese 41 polo, H 25 cricket Punjabi, B 36 football Italian, E 33 baseball French, F kabaddi 17 Taiwanese, and C 22 Mexican wrestling. Yeah, these are the 8 persons, and this is the final arrangement.